All you haters out there, fuck you. This is not a fucking hobby. You're listening to the most non-relevant, relevant sports show on the internet. He's a combat veteran turned entrepreneur turned sports journalist. And she has an IQ higher than your entire family combined. It's the S3. And it starts right now.
What's going on, everybody? You are listening to the S3. Welcome back to the S3 podcast, where we break down the biggest stories in sports with a little insight, a little bit of debate, and a lot of fun. I'm JD, as always, alongside Ms. Lady M. Got a packed show for you today. We're actually going to run through the latest headlines from around the sports world, check in on some pretty big developments across the sports world, preview what's coming up this weekend for NASCAR, and, of course, deliver some horrible dad jokes along the way. And later in the show, we'll test Lady M once again with another round of sports. Hell no. So settle in. S3 starts right now with what's first?
Headlines and horrible dad jokes.
It's a classic. The headlines may or may not be horrible, but the dad jokes definitely are, but that's okay. You have our permission to use them. Let's start with headline number one in the sports world last night. Miami Heat All-Star Bam Adebayo is in the record books for the second highest scoring game in NBA history. Bam scored 83 points against the Washington Wizards, also setting the records for free throws made and attempted.
Also insane.
Wow. Miami would win this game 150 to 129. Adebayo shot 20 of 43 from the field, 36 of 43 from the free throw line,
right,
and went 7 for 22 from three.
Right.
He actually now sits in second all-time behind Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game and in front of the late, great Kobe Bryant. He also crushed LeBron James' Miami Heat record of 61 points back in 2014. Still no.
I would like to point out 43 trips to the free throw line is freaking ridiculous. The 36 points he made is the difference in the game winning.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, get your shit together. You cannot be fouling at that high of a level.
Well, they only fouled, I think it was something like 30 fouls, but some were for 2 free throws, some were for 1.
Right.
Total of 43, though. It's insane.
That's beyond insane. That's like, that's a game of free throws, like just a free throw contest.
Yeah, that is a big game for anybody to score, 29 points, or 36
ridiculous.
points. That's a great game.
36 points. Yeah,
for any
that's
player.
the game. You
All
can
right.
just let him have all those free shots.
Did you know that I'm sorry and I apologize usually mean the same thing, just not at a funeral? Let that sink in. All right, headline number 2. Arizona State men's basketball got absolutely freaking trounced today against number 7 Iowa State in the Big 12 tourney, losing by 49 points.
Ugh.
This is the largest margin of victory in Big 12 tournament history.
Oh,
according to ESPN, it's also the second largest loss in Arizona State history, behind a 50-point loss to Texas Tech back in 1956.
Oh, my word.
Wow. This season is,
that's
going
a long
all
way
the way
to
back
go.
then.
That's a
Well,
long way to
Bam
go to
sets
find a
some
matching
pretty
pack.
good records. Arizona State sets a pretty bad record, especially considering this season is rumored to be head coach Bobby Hurley's last with the team in his 11th season. He has 185 wins, 167 losses. Final score, by the way, in today's game was 91-42. That's absolutely freaking ridiculous.
It's a murder.
All right, well, you don't need a parachute to go to skydiving. Don't know if you knew this, but you do need one to go skydiving twice. All right. Headline number 3 in the World Baseball Classic. Team USA was upset by Team Italy last night in an 8-6 loss They were actually down 8-0 at one point. Now Team USA has to wait and see what happens between Italy and Mexico. According to ESPN, should Italy win and finish pool play at 4-0, the United States would still advance. If Mexico wins this game, however, it would finish at 3-1 along with Italy and the U.S. In that case, the tiebreaker that would determine which two teams advance to the quarterfinals considers runs allowed per out recorded. If the Italy-Mexico game goes 9 innings and Mexico wins and scores 5 or more runs, the U.S., the odds-on favorite entering the tournament, and Mexico would advance. Should Mexico win while scoring 4 or fewer, it would advance alongside Italy. That game is actually just now getting started on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
I got to admit, if you had said World Baseball and who would be a threat to the U.S.,
it wouldn't be Italy.
It wouldn't be Italy. I would never even thought of Italy. I might have thought Japan. They're big on baseball in Japan.
Oh, absolutely. But not Italy.
Spain.
Now we have to sit back and wait and see. We got to cheer on Italy to take this win and move Mexico to 3-2. They lost last night with Aaron Judge at the plate, and he struck out. No bueno. All right.
Yeah.
So I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator all along. This brings up a thought because over the past few weeks, as we've been trying to kick this cough that has kept us off the airways, this brings up a thought of mine because we ordered, I would probably say $200 to $300 easily over just a few weeks in DoorDash. Actually, I would probably say $300 to $400 of DoorDash.
I gotta
so this is my thing, right?
Get crazy to find the money for it.
I brought up a crazy idea that will help people that overuse DoorDash and all the other places. All right, so DraftKings, which is where I do my sports betting from, I love to bet, but I'm smart about it. I set a budget. DraftKings sticks to that budget. They will not let me go over that budget within 24 hours, actually put money in. So this is my thought on DoorDash. If you order Red Robin burgers and then do Pizza Hut the next night and then do Chinese food the next night, the only thing it should let you do is order salad after that. It should carry the same rules.
Play yourself some
as DraftKings. You're only allowed to order so much terrible food for you within 72 hours. After that, you must have a salad night or you just can't use it.
I think
that would be pretty smart. Yeah, gotta use soup. I would have to get the salad, you would have to do the soup, but same rules, right? If DraftKings has it, DoorDash should have something in there where you can actually go in and say, like, all right, I've had burgers, I've had pizza, I've had wings 3 nights in a row. Now you must order a salad or you can't use DoorDash tonight.
They want you to spend the money, so they never will. But I agree. That so would much money on that. That would actually be helpful for a lot of people.
I mean, because we were both sick and nobody really wanted to cook anything, so it's not even a matter of want.
It's a matter of physically capable of it. Like if I can't set up, I'm not going to be able to stand in the kitchen.
Right, and I'm never capable of cooking the right way. Anyway, all right, what's next?
NFL free agency has officially started.
Today is officially the first day of the new league year, even though most of these deals were already done. They just got finalized. They start getting finalized today. They can't be finalized until the new league year starts. Biggest move so far. Let's check on even though we're both Patriots fans, we live in the Valley, so let's check on how the Arizona Cardinals are doing. First and foremost, Kyler Murray has officially been cut as of today, being that today, again, is the official start of new league year. Most experts, I'm going to use the air quotes, experts think he's going to Minnesota to match up with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, tight end TJ Hawkinson, and running backs Aaron Jones Jr., or senior, and Jordan Mason. This would be an upgrade to the offense. He is leaving in Arizona.
Yeah.
There really is no risk to signing him since they can basically get him for the league minimum, which is like $1.6 million, as the Cardinals are fronting the majority of the bill for this season, still owing him like $36 million if they haven't already paid him.
Yeah.
All right. So key signings for some of these are questionable. Some of these signings, I get it. Quarterback Gardner Minshew signing a 1-year, $5.75 million deal with a maximum value of $8 million. I understand you need a backup. I don't get this one.
Yeah.
Considering the fact he just came off of a season-ending injury last year.
Right.
I understand you need a backup, but Gardner Minshew, it didn't really cost him anything. $5 million. Right. Could go up to as much as $8 million, depending on how much he plays. But you couldn't have brought in like maybe Kirk Cousins,
right?
Who's actually physically able to play. We brought in Gardner Minshew. I do like this pick. Tyler Algier signing a 2-year, $12.25 million deal, according to Mike Garofalo. I do like this. I like this matchup. It's not going to be so much what they had in Detroit last year for between Williams and Gibbs, but you're looking at James Conner matched with Tyler Algier. Algier's big body guy. He's really good inside the 5 and 10 yard line. Solid pickup. Only cost you $12 million over 2 years. So solid pickup. I also like the pickup of Kendrick Bourne, former Patriot. Former Patriot, former 49er, former somewhere else.
I like Kendrick.
He is now on the Arizona Cardinals. He's a solid number 3. Picked up offensive guard Matt Pryor, signed a 1-year deal. Also, offensive guard Isaac Seumalo. I always mess up these names. Seumalo. He re-signed. No, he signed a 3-year, $31.5 million deal. Most likely, he's going to be on the interior. He's going to be a guard. I see them going after their offensive tackle that they need early on in the draft. Maybe look at the tackle from Utah. Maybe look at the tackle from the U from Miami. Defensive line, look, they had the 29th overall ranked defense. I was really harsh on the Arizona Cardinals. I gave them a D- grade after day one, but I was a little mad that they didn't actually try and improve the 29th overall ranked defense in the NFL from a year ago. They focused mainly on offense. But today, LJ Collier re-signed on a 1-year, $2 million deal. Roy Lopez signed a 2-year, $11.5 million deal. He is a great run stuffer. He's a solid run stuffer, right? Not a great guy, but for a guy that's in the ditches and doesn't get the credit that the edge rushers get, he's solid. This was a really good pickup. They also did some special team stuff today. Long snapper Casey Kreider, punter Blake Gillikin, who has struggled with injuries, but he's a punter. You don't have to be on too often. Kicker Chad Ryland re-signed to a 1-year deal. Safety Andrew Wingard from Jacksonville. This is a good deal, solid deal, because it didn't cost that much. 1 year, $3 million. Other noteworthy free agent additions around the NFL. Now, the Max Crosby to the Ravens deal unfolded due to a failed physical. Now, all of these deals, this is how it works. Anytime you do a trade or you're ready to sign somebody for a deal, you want them to go through a physical. This is normal stuff. He tore his meniscus last season, but played through almost all of it. Yeah. Even after he tore it. So the guy's engine is there. His heart is definitely there. But when you're going to give somebody $93 million, I think it was, you want to make sure
they're not going to Aaron Rodgers it.
Yeah.
Second
so
game.
So basically, they nixed that deal and instead went after free agent Trey Hendrickson. They signed him to a 4-year, $120 million deal. I also don't like the wording that the Raiders use on social media saying the Ravens backed out of the deal. They're trying to blame the Ravens on it. I understand you were looking at getting 2 first-round picks in the deal. So you were pretty excited about the young future of the team.
Right.
But a physical it's something that happens on every deal. So if they saw something they didn't like, which they did, they had the right to back out. All right. But don't just say, they backed out of the deal like they just made something up. No, the guy's coming off of surgery. Right. So there's really no telling how long he's going to be out there. So I don't blame the Ravens one bit, especially with Trey Hendrickson. They actually spent $25 or so million more on this deal to get Trey Hendrickson. I'm sure, look, Crosby's going to play. I'm sure he'll do pretty good, but there is that question if he's going to be able to stay on the field. So there is that. Another guy that's had a hard time staying on the field in years past. Let's talk about Tua signing with the Falcons. I actually like this better than I like the idea of Michael Penix Jr. starting for Atlanta. I do. I like this. The only thing I don't like is the last time Tua missed time, he headbutted somebody's abs and got another concussion.
Really?
Yeah, that's how he got his third concussion. Yeah, he basically just fell into the guy's stomach and he got a concussion from it. That's what worries me about Tua. It's not his first concussion. It's not his second concussion. It was his third concussion.
Which means
so it's a risk. But the fact that they're not signing him to definitely be the starter and you still have Michael Penix Jr., if his health works out, because he's also rehabbing as well, I think Tua can do pretty well in Atlanta. I like it. They got Robinson in the backfield. You got Pitts. I like their offensive line to protect him a little bit more. It's just when he gets out and he scrambles, one hit is going to be the 4th concussion and potentially final concussion of his career.
It's like playing with a glass figurine almost.
So I like the fit to Atlanta. If he can stay healthy, absolutely. More power to him. I also love the center Tyler Linderbaum signing the highest. I don't know about loving him resetting the market on. He's the highest paid contract for an interior offensive lineman at 3-year, $81 million. The Raiders are expected to draft quarterback Fernando Mendoza from Indiana with the first overall pick. So the reason why I love this pick, I don't love the money, but I love the fact that you're bringing in a veteran center who can provide that protection. And I don't know if you know this, the center is responsible for calling out the protections on the offensive line and telling the offensive line where to go. He's perfect for that. He's a solid veteran. He's got plenty of experience. If you're going to have a rookie quarterback behind you, I mean, Linderbaum is a great pickup for the Raiders. I don't know if I would have reset the market for him.
Yeah.
I love what they did. They said, look, it's got to start with the line to protect this kid when they do draft Mendoza, as everybody believes they will. I would be shocked if they didn't. I think the entire NFL world would be shocked if they didn't draft Mendoza. So to me, this says Tom Brady all over it, being a smaller owner. Like they basically said, look, what are the things that you needed to be successful as a quarterback for the Patriots? It starts with the offensive line, and then you start building weapons around him. So Tyler Linderbaum signing with the Raiders again. I love the signing. I just don't love the fact that they reset the market for him. Like that. All right. Wide receiver Romeo Doubs going to our Patriots. I do like that because of Stephon Diggs awaiting legal troubles.
Right.
I loved Diggs last year. I loved everything he did.
Feel salty about getting rid of Diggs. Like, I know he's got legal troubles. I know there were reasons, but he was Mr. Patriot last year. And he was a huge part of where we got. So
stayed out of trouble.
upsetting.
He was a model citizen, didn't argue, didn't bring a lot of stress on the
like
rookie
a
quarterback.
On the sidelines for our team.
Yeah.
Like, it's heartbreaking that they cut him, but
he was solid. But I love this move. Romeo Doubs is a deep threat. Drake May loves to throw the ball deep. Dobbs said that he was complaining when he was on the Packers that he didn't think he was being used the right way. Apparently, the Patriots are going to use him. And again, Drake May loves to throw the deep ball as long as they can protect him, which they did. They are addressing that offensive line as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe they have, but
they know it, so that's a good sign. So
also,
can I bring up how we found out about Romeo Doubs?
Sure. Go ahead.
Embarrass you a little. So this man likes to take his naps on the couch downstairs with sports on. Like Stephen A. screaming is a lullaby to him. So he's sound asleep on the couch. And the announcer says, wide receiver Romeo Doubs going to the Patriots. And he literally wakes up out of a dead sleep and goes, what? That's awesome. Like wide awake out of nowhere.
I have my own internal alarm that I set. Like if keywords are spoken, I will wake up. It's like it's one of the things. When you hear a certain alarm, when you hear a certain noise, it's like when a mom hears a crying baby, you immediately wakes up. When I hear Patriots or Celtics or Bruins or Red Sox, not so much Arizona sports, even though I am a credentialed press member here for the Diamondbacks. But I mean, yeah, that was one of the things that woke me up was Romeo Doubs signing with the Patriots. Great move. I also like the fact that full circle, Geno Smith goes to the Jets. Probably the best quarterback. He's not great. He's coming down to the end of his career, but he found himself back to the team that drafted him. It's not the same team. Coaching wise, plus Wilson needs a quarterback that actually knows how to get him the ball. So I like that move for Geno Smith. I also like Malik Willis to the Dolphins on a 3-year, $67.5 million deal. I know everybody in Arizona was a little mad about that, but you've got Manning in Texas coming out of the University of Texas next year to the draft. So you might get Manning. You also might be able to pick up the kid from Dante Moore from Oregon. This is a really good draft class next year. I know the Cardinals fans are a little mad that we can't get really excited this year.
Yeah.
But if we can put the pieces together for the future, Arch Manning, Dante Moore, I'll take any one of them as the future at quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals next season. And I believe that they're going to be bad enough.
You gotta start with a really strong, solid foundation, and you have something to work with.
Look, the problem is like there are no 5 moves that they could have made this year to make them better than the Rams, than the Seahawks, than even the Niners. It just wasn't going to happen in Arizona this year. I know there are a lot of Cardinals fans that are complaining they want more from free agency, but you have to understand where you're at right now.
Right.
You are 4th place right now. Like you're already eliminated from the playoffs and the season hasn't even started. You have to understand that. These are building blocks. All right. They're trying to put the right pieces in place. We'll get our quarterback. We, Arizona Cardinals fans, we live here in beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. Arizona Cardinal fans, relax. You're either going to get Dante Moore or Arch Manning next year as the future of your team. All right. To me, that's good. Running back David Montgomery to the Texans. I also love this move because I know you don't, because Detroit's like the number 2 team and has been for like 15 years. But if you're looking at it from the Texans standpoint, and the Texans have gotten an A from me, maybe even an A+ on their free agency so far. They've either signed or re-signed at least a dozen players, especially really David Montgomery. They did exchange him for offensive lineman Juice Scruggs, which I think is an awesome name, by the way. Also, a couple late round draft picks, mid and late round. I believe it was a 4th and a 7th that they gave up for him. But like he will be their number 1. He will be 1,000-yard rusher for the Texans next season. I also like the fact that Indianapolis, even though he's not 100% healthy right now, they re-signed Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce, who a few teams were in on, including the Patriots. They were trying to get him as well. But I love the fact that Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce are back to Indianapolis. I also love the fact that Seattle lost out on Kenneth Walker the third. I don't love the fact that he's going to the Chiefs, but the Chiefs have been running back by committee for at least a good 4 to 5 years now. This is their number one running back now. There will be no question who's going to get the ball the majority of the time. Funny thing is, Pacheco actually went to Detroit.
Right.
So he signed it with Detroit. So he'll be backing up Gibbs. I like that move too.
So that's a good move for Detroit.
Future Hall of Fame wide receiver Mike Evans now basically goes coast to coast. He goes to the West Coast now and joins the 49ers on a 3-year deal. Mike Evans has always done it right. Like, I've been a huge fan of his for years, even before like he won with Brady. Mike Evans is one of those just ideal guys. He doesn't rub anybody the wrong way.
Right.
Sucks when he gets hurt. But, oh, my God, putting him now in a Kyle Shanahan offense and to go with those other weapons, put him with Christian McCaffrey and the others, like, I love it. I love that deal. I also love that the Niners brought back oh, God. His name escapes me. They brought back their second string tight end, Tungus. They brought him back. They signed him to a 2-year deal, like worth up to like $8 million. So congratulations to Tungus for that. So those are the deals that I like. Cardinals fans, again, you weren't going to make a move that really moved the needle and moved you past the Niners or past the Rams and definitely not past the Seahawks. Just be happy with whatever you can get this season and prepare to have Arch Manning or Dante Moore as your starting quarterback of the future. I'd be happy with either one of those. I do like Dante Moore a little bit more because I like quarterbacks that can move a lot outside the pocket. But if you want a traditional quarterback, depending on what head coach LaFleur is looking for, it can go either way. All right, what's next?
NASCAR at Las Vegas.
Sin City spinning. All right. First off, let's look at the top 20 Cup standings after Phoenix. Top 16 again qualified for the chase. Let's start on the outside looking in. The bottom 4 outside the playoff cut line right now. My guy, Kyle Busch, then Zane Smith, Ryan Preece, and Daniel Suarez. Currently outside the playoff cut line. Again, we've got like half a year of races left. But, I mean, the way Tyler Reddick's running away for this stuff. All right, 16th, Brad Keselowski.
Oh, good Lord.
Going down, Ty Gibbs, Carson Hocevar, AJ Allmendinger, Denny Hamlin, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Michael McDowell sitting in 8th right now. I like that a lot for him. Arizona's Michael McDowell.
Big for him.
Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, who showed up big time last week. Shane Van Gisbergen, the street course specialist. Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace. I also like that. I love the fact that 2311 has 2 of the top 3 drivers in the standings right now. Also, Ryan Blaney in between them. And, of course, Tyler Reddick sitting at 225. He's got a 60-point lead right now. That's what happens when you sweep the first 3 races in a row.
Did you see the ad they did, 23 Pete?
No. Seriously?
Yeah, they had that during the last race. They had a 2311 ad that was 23 Pete.
I like it.
I thought that was funny.
All right. Let's check out the schedule. The trucks are off again this week. They won't be back until Darlington next weekend. So let's look at the 2 races that are happening. Let's start with the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. The next race is the Liuna. The place, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, track length 1.5 mile asphalt oval. The date, Saturday, March 14th. The time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The purse, $1.653 million. You can watch on the CW starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or if you're old school, you can listen on radio, PRN, or Sirius XM NASCAR Channel 90. The distance in this race is 300 miles. That is 200 laps. Stage 1 ends on lap 45. Stage 2 ends on lap 90. And the final stage ends on lap 200. The Cup Series, they'll be starting on Sunday, kicking off at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is the Pennzoil 400, presented by Jiffy Lube. Again, 1.5 mile asphalt oval, Sunday, March 14th. The purse on this one, $11.233 million. Big time purse in this one. You can watch on TV at FS1 or at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or again, you can listen on radio, PRN, Sirius XM, NASCAR Channel 90. The stages on this one, by the way, it's 400.5 miles. That is 267 laps. Stage 1 ends on lap 80. Stage 2 ends on lap 165. And the final stage, or the checkered flag, comes out right around lap 267. All right, so the top 10 headlines for NASCAR this weekend in Vegas. You might get a little mix here between the two series because I couldn't do top 10 headlines for both series because it's really not that interesting. It is interesting, not that interesting. Number 1, Tyler Reddick still chasing a historic start to the season. Reddick enters Las Vegas with a chance to join Bill Elliott, yes, Chase's dad, back in 1992 as the only drivers to win 4 of the first 5 races of a season. Key stats looking in this one: 3 straight wins to start 2026, Daytona, Atlanta, and Coda. Top 10 finish in all 4 races this season. Average finish 2.75. The best through 4 races since Kevin Harvick's dominant 2015 start. Reddick has also finished exactly where he started in the last 3 races, showing both qualifying speed and race pace. Main discussion on this one: are we witnessing the start of a historic championship run, or will the parity of intermediate tracks slow him down? I doubt it, because he's really good at intermediate, which is 1.5 to 2 miles.
Right. And he's in a whatever good mental space. Like, he seems surprised to be winning. I don't know how to explain it exactly what I'm saying, but his mental space is as long as he doesn't let anything pop that, he's gonna win a couple more. Sure.
If he's surprised, I don't think anybody else is right now, the way he's been going. Number 2, Kyle Larson's dominance at Las Vegas. Las Vegas has been one of Kyle Larson's best tracks. Notable stats: 3 wins at Las Vegas, 819 laps led, 8 stage wins. His average finish is 9th, which is the best among drivers with multiple starts. Since joining Hendrick Motorsports, he has 6 top 2 finishes in 10 starts at Vegas. His first Hendrick win came at Vegas 2021. Larson may be the biggest threat to end Reddick's streak. Absolutely.
I don't know if we would officially still say streak. I mean, I know they're trying to say first 4 out of 5 races, but
definitely a top 10 streak. But he didn't win last week. If he's gonna keep him from winning, if there is somebody out there that can keep him from winning, it's definitely Kyle Larson.
Right. That I agree with.
Headline number 3: the first 1.5 mile track test of the 2026. Las Vegas begins the traditional intermediate track portion of the schedule. Key trends to look at: 9 races on 1.5 mile tracks this season, and 6 of the last 7 intermediate races, the winner led fewer than 25 laps. 7 of the last 9 races had the winning pass inside the final 7 laps. Discussion here: intermediate tracks have become late race shootouts, making strategy and restarts crucial. This is where I think Reddick is going to actually pull this one off. On intermediate tracks, he's one of the few drivers that loves to ride the wall on the outside lanes. He absolutely loves it, and then he carries his momentum down the front stretch, which makes him extremely dangerous, and which is why he is really, really good at intermediate tracks. If he's not going to be number 1, I would put him top 2. As a matter of fact, I will probably easily place a top 3 bet on him come Sunday. Headline number 4: the 2026 championship picture already starting to shed. Following Phoenix, the Chase picture changed dramatically. New drivers moving into the playoff picture. Obviously, Christopher Bell. You're also looking at the youngster Ty Gibbs, and then the veteran Denny Hamlin. Drivers currently outside the playoff cutoff that were in the playoffs last year: Ross Chastain, Austin Dillon, and Austin Cindric. Notably, Three 2025 playoff drivers have no top 10 finishes yet in 2026. Early season consistency is already becoming critical in the points-based chase format. Headline number 5, Chase Briscoe, off to a brutal start in 2026. He has had one of the worst starts in the entire garage. He is 33rd in points, 78 points below the playoff cut line, finished last in the last 2 races. Despite the struggles, however, his recent performances on intermediate tracks, 1.5-mile tracks, has been extremely strong. He has 5 top 5 finishes in his last 6 races at intermediate tracks. His average finish, 7.67. Las Vegas might be the track where Briscoe turns his season around. We already know Reddick's going to be up there. We already know Larson's going to be up there. I would peg Chase Briscoe to get off the schneid and be a top 10 minimum finish this weekend. He is really good at intermediate. He's basically probably been begging for this track to come around. I think top 10 is actually a cop-out bet. I should be betting top 5, but I'll say top 10, definitely. I will pull a Charles Barkley and guarantee that, pending a wreck, that he finishes inside the top 10 this weekend. Headline number 6, Chevrolet's early season dominance. In the O'Reilly Auto Parts series, because we're doing both series on this list, Chevrolet has been nearly unbeatable through the first 4 races. They have 4 wins. They have swept all 8 stage wins, and they've led all but 25 laps.
That is pretty intense. My goodness.
Oh, my God. That is dominance at its purest. Can Ford or Toyota break Chevrolet's stranglehold? Not at this track, I don't think. I do not think.
Actually, but no.
I'll pick Allgaier to win this weekend. Speaking of whom, number 7 headline, Justin Allgaier's record-breaking career continues. Allgaier continues building a Hall of Fame level O'Reilly Series career. It feels weird still. We're 5 races in, and I'm still weird about saying O'Reilly Series as opposed to Xfinity. They did not okay this change with me. All right, moving on. Recent milestones. Phoenix win extended his streak to 10 consecutive seasons with a win. He has 29 career wins, tied for 8th all-time. Wow. He is now the series points leader for his Vegas history, top 10 finishes in his last 9 Vegas races. The angle here, Allgaier is quietly becoming one of the greatest drivers in series history.
Right.
He is definitely one of the greatest drivers to not move up to the Cup Series full time. With that in note, Junior Motorsports is on a massive hot streak. Junior Motorsports continues to dominate this series, also known as the O'Reilly Series. Key stats for them, top 10 finish in 61 consecutive races. 2026 versus 2025 improvements. Wins this year, they got 2 versus 1 last year. Right. Top 10s, 11 this year versus 6 last year. Average finish improved to 12.6. Is JR Motorsports now the clear powerhouse of the O'Reilly Series now?
When you say wins 2 this year versus 1 last year, we also need to point out there have been 4 races this year.
Yeah,
versus
they won 50% of
all the races last year. They only managed to win 1 last year. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Crazy. Right now, at the beginning, I mean, yeah, you can say Tyler Reddick's the best driver in all of NASCAR, but you can also say, because it's only 4 races, JR Motorsports is the clear powerhouse as of right now. Headline number 9, Jesse Love's incredible consistency. Jesse Love is the only driver, he races for RCR, by the way, is the only driver with a top 10 finish in every race this season. His average finish is 5th. Daytona, he finished 9th. Atlanta, 5th. Coda, he had a top 10. And Phoenix, once again, he had a top 10. He's quietly building a championship caliber season through consistency. Now, here's the question. Could Love win the title without dominating races? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to win to be in the playoffs.
He's dominating all those stage wins, and he's getting the fastest laps and all that stuff. And
Yeah. So
his points still add up.
absolutely, even if he never wins, you can still win the championship by being consistent.
Yeah.
Headline number 10, teams showing early season consistency. 2 teams stand out through the first 4 Cup Series races. The only teams with a top 10 in every race, 23-11, and Team Penske. That kind of consistency will matter in the points-driven playoff system. The angle here, these teams might be the most dangerous championship contenders long-term, which says a lot considering the fact that we're basically going to the powerhouse for Kyle, not Kenny, right. Kyle Larson, which I love. So look for Hendrick Motorsports, led by Kyle Larson, to bounce back at Vegas this weekend. Bonus point for the show, Las Vegas purse, $11.2 million total, one of the largest payouts of the early season. I like it. What's next?
Sports. Oh, no.
You got to say it right. And, all right, moving on. Let's play a round of sports. Oh no, to end this show. How it works is I will give you, Ms. Lady M, up to 6 interesting facts. The facts get easier as we go to 6. Where the 6th one will be a dead giveaway. You must guess the team. We are doing an MLB round.
Okay.
Today. All right. Okay. So fact number 1. Are you ready?
Sure I am.
This MLB team once had a player who received a 50-game suspension for performance-enhancing drugs in the middle of the season, right after being traded to the team and becoming a fan favorite.
I really want to say that was Barry Bonds. St. Louis Cardinals?
No. Not the Cardinals. All right, fact number 2.
Cardinals.
A star player from this franchise was once suspended for throwing a bat toward the mound after striking out.
I don't remember hearing that story.
Oh, I love this story. Kind of recent.
What is that blue team?
It's not the Cardinals. You already mentioned them.
Yeah. The Royals. Kansas City Royals.
And no. Okay. Not a bad choice, though. Fact number 3, this team's home ballpark. This should be getting easier. This team's home ballpark has a massive manual scoreboard in left field that is still updated by hand during games.
There's only one left, I think, that does that.
No, there's a couple.
There's a couple. I can't think of any of them. I don't know ballparks that well. I know the Green Monster, and that's about it. Maybe Chase, because I've been there a bunch of times.
All right. Who's your pick?
Hold on. I'm still trying to
manual scoreboard.
I think the one team was. Well, let's go White Sox.
And no, I'm surprised you said the Green Monster. You didn't guess the Red Sox, which, by the way, would have also been wrong. Fact number 4.
No, I said I know about the Green Monster, which means I know that it's the Red Sox, which means I knew it was wrong.
Fact number 4. This franchise famously broke a long-standing baseball tradition when they signed the first black player in modern MLB history, forever changing this sport.
Jesus Christ. Do I have to remember his team?
Yeah.
His number is 42. Shit.
Everybody's screaming at the screen right now. Everybody is screaming at the screen right now.
Is anybody leaving any comments to help me? No. Jackie, what team were you on?
I need a guess.
I'm still stuck with the blue, so let's Angels.
The Angels are red.
Are they?
And no. Fact number 5. This team has won multiple World Series titles and is often associated with Hollywood celebrities sitting behind home plate.
Dodgers?
Finally! She gets it. All right. It is the Dodgers. Fact number 6, this is the franchise that moved from Brooklyn to Los Angeles in 1958. You were thinking of the late, great number 42.
Yes.
All right.
Was.
So we got that down. More sports. Oh no, returns next week. Oh, which by the way, let me see. This MLB team, fact number 1, this MLB team once had a player who received a 50-game suspension for performance-enhancing drugs. That is former Red Sox outfielder Manny Ramirez.
Okay.
Fact number 2, a star player from this franchise was once suspended for throwing a bat toward the mound. That is Yasiel Puig back in 2016.
Oh, it was very recent.
He was. Oh, my God. All right. But you didn't need to go to 6. All you need to know was Hollywood celebrities sitting home plate, which is basically number 6.
I had the color blue like solidly locked in my head from the first clue, but I couldn't. So I was trying to pick blue teams, but then I was thinking in the Midwest for some reason. Well, I was thinking Barry Bonds.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the show today. Don't forget to follow myself at SmartSide, SMAAHTSID on the X. Follow Ms. Lady M at LadyM_S3 on X. Also, if you ever miss a show, you can also listen to us on Apple, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, and more, wherever basically that you get your podcast from. Lady M, what are the final words?
Keep loving sports.
That's the show for now. Shout out to the most badass military in the world and the toughest veterans to ever walk the planet. And as always, all you haters.